겁니다. Alright, that's not running super well, is it? We can bump that up in priority a little bit. Or maybe I'm asking a little too much of it. Anyway. I haven't streamed yet this week. Streamed last Saturday for about 5 hours all told. That was a bit much, I guess. But the one thing I did do, which hopefully I can get to perform better, is I added a little chatbot to the channel that launches fireworks. If you say bang boom, you should see some fireworks go. Or, you know, it might not work at all because I'm trying to make this poor laptop do too much. Oh, look. Going very slowly. So I'm gonna play with that thing some more. And also I got a few new, like, little... I got this thing that I found on Glitch. I thought might be a neat background, but it might be a little too CPU intensive right now. Maybe I'll turn that off for now. I kind of like to do some more things like this on the stream, just kind of like play around with some neat little flair and fanfare and some fun things. Like over the weekend I was thinking I might play on Glitch some more. See what other like generative art projects are on there. See if I can borrow, appropriate, remix, whatever. Might be some fun things to throw on the stream. Might be some more fun things to throw on the stream when I have a better computer. If I can get my gaming computer to stream properly, then maybe I'll have more spare CPU for fun things. Well, there it goes. That's a little better. Must be kind of neat to have a few things like that hanging out around here. It's when I do way too many of them. Very festive. Oh, that's a lot better. Part of what I'm doing is I'm just kind of like playing around with the process priority of these things. Because I'd like to get some work done too. And if the special effects are eating up all my laptop CPU, then I can't actually build my project. Anyway. Maybe we can get into it. I just really like, I like these fireworks though. And anybody who's watching, if you put a bang boom and a couple numbers in the channel, first number controls how many fireworks there are, second number is over how many 60ths of a second the fireworks are spread out. So if you just do a single boom, you just get one. It might get distracting. If it gets distracting, I'll turn it off. I don't know. But if anyone wants to play with it, this should do some fun stuff. Hey, it's both. And there are some limits on it. Like, it'll only shoot up to, I forget what the limit is, but it's got a few hidden limits on how many it'll shoot, so it doesn't get... doesn't go too wild. Like, I think it might be... I'm trying to remember what the limits are. I'm gonna switch on my scene switcher so I can jump into the browser. But I was hoping to kind of play with the chatbot some more. Maybe add some other reactions to, like, follows and things like that, and hosts. This thing, it's actually, if you want to play with it yourself... It's both on Glitch and GitHub. The source is on GitHub. There's a live running version of it on Glitch. And if you've never played with Glitch before, Glitch is pretty fun. It's a little... It's actually kind of a neat service. It gives you a full in-browser IDE, plus a little tiny slice of a Linux box to play with. I thought I was signed into GitHub on this browser. Guess maybe not. Oh, you know what? I think I'm using a different I'm using a different browser profile here. If I can type. And I'll get into Firefox Color in just a second here. Just kind of playing around with some of the stuff I've been looking into lately. Yeah, SparkleBot. Kind of a lame name. This thing is pretty simple. I just kind of had a weekend project to build a Twitch bot, build a web page, have the Twitch chat bot trigger effect in the web page, and the effect I came up with some fireworks. That's kind of nice because you can take the web page and add it as a web source or as a browser source to OBS, and the background color is transparent. They can put so it's just kind of like an HTML5 canvas on top of a default background, so that's transparent. And then I've got the Twitch chatbot in the background, and there's a server in the middle, a web server in the middle, and the web page talks to the server via WebSockets. The chatbot lives in the same process with the web server, so when you type bang boom, the chatbot sends a message on over to the web server that then relays it on up to the WebSocket. And so you can see the effect trigger once you hit the chatbot message. I kind of want to expand on that. Might be neat to throw some more fun effects in there. And you can also subscribe to with the Twitch bot. You can subscribe to other things like channel events and people entering and things like that. So when you see on a Twitch stream, people have like fanfare and stuff whenever they get a new subscription or whatever. That's where that comes from. You get that from services like Muxy or Streamlabs, and because I'm a glutton for punishment, I'm going to probably build my own. Right now I'm using Muxy, but I'm probably going to swap that out for whatever I do after this little SparkleBot, now that I got the basics down. And if I can get into glitch, so what I forgot is that I'm running a new stripped down Firefox profile for the stream that doesn't have like, I wanted to start fresh for the stream and not have like all my tabs loaded down. But of course that means I forgot my password manager, I forgot my ad blocker. So I'm just kind of taking a minute to throw those in there. And you don't need to watch me log into those things, I guess. But if I can sign into this thing real quick on my second monitor that I'm hopefully not streaming, I can show you glitch, because I'm hoping to do some more stuff on glitch too. Like, my stream so far has been like day job work on Firefox Color, but I'm hoping to maybe add a weekend day or a weekend night to screw around with side projects like this bot. Can't see my second monitor. Cool. I don't see it on my OBS preview, but you know, crap happens. Alright, let's see if I can log into this now. Log into GitHub anyways. Because that's the other interesting thing, is if you have a GitHub account, you can sign into Glitch with GitHub and then import your projects from GitHub. Yeah, I don't want to save that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to not show you this either. Take that over here real quick. Some streamers I've seen have a special scene in OBS that they use to hide everything. Like I think Noobcat does that when she needs to enter secrets. She goes into a secrets scene. I should set that up. Anyway, here's my GitHub repo. Now, I can sign in a glitch. And this is not exactly a chiptune. But it is an Amiga mod, apparently. From 2000. That's kind of, I guess, late in the Amiga mod scene. I'm gonna skip ahead, though. Since I reformatted this machine last week, I lost all my favorites I was collecting. So I'm kind of randomly shuffling all the chiptunes and Amiga mods on the web to find new favorites. So yeah, this is a thing I had in the stream when I was starting it up. Just a little generative art project on the homepage of Glitch. Your secret scene you put on a layer that sampled the stream. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's kind of like you're censoring yourself. That's neat. Maybe I'll look into something like that. I don't want to steal your idea directly, but... kind of looking to throw some fun things on here. I've been doing this for about a month or so, and I still feel like a newbie. Yeah, here it is. So on Glitch, I got Sparklebot, and... actually, you know what? I should see if I could get Firefox color up here. Because what's neat about Glitch, and actually, you know what? I hate this bright theme. So I am going to do... my computer is super slow right now. There we go. You can pick a dark theme. Yeah, here it is. So you can change theme. Anyway, what Glitch gives you is a little editor, and what it gives you, I guess, is I click on a YouTube video accidentally. But what's cool is if you were to go to this URL on Glitch, you can fork a copy of my project and start hacking on it immediately. And what's kind of cool about it is this is the whole thing. This is a node-based web server with some WebSocket support and a Twitch chatbot. And I'm not going to click on this file right here because that is my secrets. But what's cool is if you fork my project on Glitch to play with it, you don't get my secrets, but you get everything else. So I can hide things under this little file here, not show it to you, but you get everything else. And they do like a full-on Linux box behind this. It's tiny. It's like maybe Raspberry Pi sized, but you get to play with like a little Raspberry Pi sized Linux VM and an IDE in your browser. You know, not the best thing for like serious work, but if you want to play with something, it's kind of cool. And you can get a full-on web-based shell into that thing too. And it automatically keeps your little thing running and whatever. It keeps your little daemons and bots and whatever running. They'll go to sleep. I think they'll go dormant if nobody hits the web page, because every project has to have a web page. So if I do, this is actually the this is the web page that the fireworks show up on. So actually, if I do this, fireworks will be doubled, because there's the one I have in OBS, and then there's this page. Anyway, Glitch, kind of a neat little place to doodle with code, and it's really heavy on remixing other people's stuff, and you can jump in and help other people if they ask for help. Like, you can actually, I think, down to like the line of code, you can say, like, I need help here. I think? I thought I'd seen a feature like that. Yeah, no? Well, anyway. I think that it's supposed to be like a little code doodling community with a lot of collaboration features, and I think what they're aiming for is to get into some enterprises and stuff with a little more professional aimed features and stuff, but it's neat. So anyway, I'm gonna look at my fireworks. There's my repo, github.com/lmorchard/sparklebot, and if you want to hack on it directly, you can remix it from Glitch. But that is not the thing I plan to work on today. was kind of stalling for time because I was hoping my Webpack server in the background started up, and it looks like it did. So let's jump to the actual project I want to work on, which is Firefox Color. Yeah. Can't type. I've been going back and forth between keyboards lately. I've got this, what is it? Cherry MX Red mechanical keyboard. I've got a Happy Hacking keyboard. Problem is, with the light in my office right now, I can't see the keycaps on my Happy Hacking keyboard. But I like the stiffer keys. They make fewer typos. On this Cherry MX keyboard, I just brush a key and I make a typo. And I just kind of like slap my fingers all over the keyboard and hit all kinds of typos. So I think I prefer a stiffer, heavier key. Yeah, I was using an Apple Magic Keyboard for a while too. I should try that again, because at least then I won't like bump, because I actually like bump keys sideways with the key travel. Do I have a... I think I have, I've got the heck was it? It was from some mass drop thing. It was a fully programmable keyboard. I'm trying to remember where I put it. I should try that one again sometime. Anyway, Firefox Color, a part of Test Pilot. Oops, testpilot.firefox.com. I feel like I need to give a short little intro to this thing every time I start a stream because I get different people wandering in. While that's loading, I'll make my computer work extra hard and load the actual project. This is my day job. I work at Mozilla. Currently, I'm working on the Firefox Test Pilot team, and our thing is that we're offering opt-in voluntary tests of experimental features that may or may never see the light of day. Some of them have seen the light of day. But mostly we want to try things out, even if they might be terrible ideas. I say that very informally, with of course all our ideas are great. The one I'm working on right now is Firefox Color, and it is a way to edit the theme in your browser. And it's starting off with some really simple user interface. Well, pretty simple anyways. Oh, did I break it? That definitely shouldn't be a blank screen. Yeah, something broke. Dagnabbit. I know what I probably have to do. I probably have to do an npm install. Derp. Well, let's quit out of that. Let's run that. And let's see, this music is kind of lame. Continue. That's kind of neat, but kind of random. Keep going. I'm tempted to just jump into some music I know is good. But it's also fun to just shuffle through all of these. Now the npm install is working. Yeah, I mean, Firefox Color is pretty modern web dev. I think it's a React Redux project on the web side, and it's combined with a Firefox extension. Both of them are built using Webpack. And the way it works is, so the website works in any browser. You can load it in Firefox, you can load it in Chrome. You can play around with colors. Where things get interesting is... Well, actually, one of the things I think is interesting anyways. The URL bar updates with an encoded version of the theme. So if you copy and paste this URL, you can share it with people, and you can view it in any browser, ideally. And then where, as they say, the magic happens, once you've installed the add-on in Firefox, the theme will extend into Firefox itself. So yeah, so here I've got Google Chrome viewing Firefox color, and you can mess around with the theme here. And I don't know, like, if we want to call it FOMO, but we're kind of like, hey, look at all these theming things you can do. Don't you wish you had Firefox? I mean, it's not as cynical as that, but we do want to kind of do a little gentle marketing to say, like, hey, look at these cool themes. Download Firefox and you can try them out. Ideally, someday it'd be cool if this worked in browsers beyond Firefox. Like oddly enough, the theme data schema is based initially on Chrome themes, but we've added to it. So maybe we could have some give and take there. Anyway, how's my npm install going? Npm install is done. Okay, well, let's start up the server. Because the next thing I want to show... So this is Firefox color as it lives on the production right now. Color.firefox.com. You can go there right now and play with it. So I'm firing up my local development version. And it's channeling my laptop through Gudetama here. Alright, has the build finished? Build is still going. Well, I guess we can sit on that for a minute. This is another thing I've been having fun with lately, is I've been developing under Windows lately, so I've been kind of bouncing back and forth between running node processes in PowerShell and running them in Windows Subsystem for Linux. And the weird, like, I don't know, I'm pretty much a Unix head, so all my muscle memory and all my my habits are Unix shell tools. I definitely am not comfortable in PowerShell at all. But I think I've been seeing that Windows Subsystem for Linux has a bit of a performance hit when it comes to thinking with many tiny files, which is what Node likes to do. So if I run my site build and server under PowerShell, it runs at more like native speed. Yeah, you definitely don't get custom Windows managers on Windows, but I switched to Windows from a Mac, and after I realized I pretty much only did Linux stuff on the Mac. Like, I don't use any, for years I haven't really used any OS X only apps. So, I don't know, Windows, it's a different thing. With the advent of Windows Subsystem for Linux, it opens up a lot of practical possibilities. Like, basically it is a full-on Ubuntu shell, or Ubuntu distro, to the point where if you download an X11 server, you can run graphical Linux apps on Windows now from Windows Subsystem for Linux, and it performs tolerably well. Alright, so it looks like my thingy ran. But yeah, like, I accidentally at one point launched Firefox for Linux from the subsystem shell. Didn't realize that's what I'd done, and spent like an hour browsing in it and realized, oh crap, this is Firefox for Linux. That's why none of my add-ons or bookmarks were in it. But it was like pretty seamless. Alright, can I reload this? So far so good. Doc 2 right. Yeah, I mean, if you could run a full like, not just window, like, not program by program, you could run a full-on window manager in like a because I was running like a what do they call it, a rootless X11 server, so Windows itself managed all the X11 windows. But yeah, you could run a full, like, managed X11 window and run KDE or GNOME or whatever the heck in there. This is kind of a cool mod. I'm gonna save that for later. But yeah, so it's nice. It's kind of like it's risen above the level of parlor trick, and it's actually like useful for daily development. I think I just need a more powerful laptop because I got this 13-inch laptop that does not have the beefiest CPU in it. Okay, well my local site worked, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to load. So this is a thing in Firefox. You can go to About Debugging, which I seem to have misspelled. Yeah, you go to About Debugging and you can load an add-on from processed source files. And you should see, yeah, and you can see my theme changed. That's because the add-on woke up and found a copy of the website running and started talking to it. And what's interesting about the add-on is it is locked to the host name or origin of the website it's paired with. So this version of the add-on won't listen to the production site. The production site won't listen to any other site. So it's a companion add-on for this site. Hey, Skip4J, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so I was saying earlier that little that little reaction that showed up is from Muxy, and someday I'm gonna implement that on my own. Maybe it'll be extra fireworks. I kind of want to do, because I was like playing around with game development for a while, but like making it look like retro games. So I may do some weird 70s, 80s vectorish graphics come up on the screen. Alrighty, so Firefox color. Looks like everything's still working. I can click a presets theme, and you can see it changes the theme in the website, but also in my browser. Now, the feature that I'm starting to work on, or I've been working on for like a month now, is themes with custom background images. And it looks like... it's not working. So I may need to do some troubleshooting before I actually get into new feature development. Idea being, I should be able to pick an image from my local hard drive and throw it into the theme, like so. And it didn't work. Okay, so I guess before I jump into implementing new UX designs, I'm going to figure out why it's not working. So, one place to look for that is under my browser console. And it looks like I do have an error here. So, let's do this first. Try that again. I'm going to pick one of my saved themes. Now, these saved themes have images in them. It's a really ugly UX right now. That's why my first to-do up there in the corner is to start implementing UX designs, because I've got new designs to throw on top of that. But if it's not working, I'm going to do that first. Custom backgrounds is undefined. Okay. So if that's undefined, I know what that is. So that is in the add-on, and that should be the set of custom backgrounds stored in the add-on, except that, I think I know what's going on. I have to play with that some more. So I've got these themes with images. The images are stored in the browser in local storage. The add-on has its own separate local storage. And what usually happens is when you upload an image to the website, it doesn't upload anywhere. It just uploads into browser memory and then goes into local storage. So it never goes to a server. This whole app is serverless. Well, like, serverless to the point of it's a static website. So your images never leave your computer. But, since I just installed the add-on from scratch, it doesn't have any of the images that the website has. So actually, let me add this as a to-do, because I think I just realized this is a bug that I need to fix. Ensure freshly installed add-on is given a set of images from the website. More typos. So yeah, I'll just add that to my to-do. and I guess indicate that I'm working on this. Kind of a MacGyver little to-do status that I've got there. It's just a text file. And I don't have it doing word wrapping very well. That's another thing I might work into my little chatbot overlay thing someday. This song is very boring. What else we got? What else do I want to play? Yeah, I think I'm going to do... I always kind of reach for this song. That's kind of a good one to launch into. Alright, so let's look at background. I think the add-on is starting up and it doesn't have access to the images of the website. In fact, it probably has no images at all. Yeah, because one of the first things it does when it boots up, so this is the function that gets called when the add-on first starts, wires up all these listeners that have to do with the button on the toolbar, yada yada. Down here at the end of init is kind of the actual initialization process, and let's see, it first checks to see if first run is done. So it's got like a little first run experience where it'll like give you a tour. If first run has been done, then it will fetch images. So that's the local set of imported images. So I guess here is where my undefined is coming in, because if there are no images yet saved, that'll be empty. So I guess I can at least ensure it gets an empty object. And then it'll fetch the last theme that you applied, because it saves at the local storage every time you edit the theme. Okay, so this will fix the immediate error, I think, but I need to actually fix the feature, because when I click on one of these saved themes, these images should show up there. Okay. Now, one of the things I'm thinking about, and I need to be careful with this feature, is the images are big. I mean big-ish. And I'm sending them in messages between the website and the browser. And if I do too much of that, the performance drags down. So I'm trying to be really kind of conservative with how and when I send messages. So I don't want to, on add-on startup, well, actually, maybe I do. So I don't want the browser to send it images with like every drop of the hat. So maybe when the add-on first starts up, I'll have it ask the website to send it all the images. Maybe that's my game. You know what I'm going to do here is I'll do that, but also, why don't I'm going to do a format shuffle, so I get just Commodore 64 music. But I do actually want to hear the last V8, because that's a cool song. I'm just going to kind of cruise around on Commodore 64 music for a little while. Okay, so my plan is let's do that. So I guess now I can decide, am I going to make that the add-on's responsibility or the website's responsibility to initiate that? I think I'm going to make it the website's responsibility, because there's code in the website to detect when the add-on shows up. So there's the transition from no add-on present to add-on is present. And I think this is that code here. I think. Where's has where is has add-on? Okay, here it is. So here, yeah. So the way this works is down here, when the website page starts up, it starts trying to send a ping message to the add-on. If the add-on isn't present, these messages go nowhere. And the reason for this is because in Firefox, web pages don't generally have permission to, or the privileges to query what add-ons you have. So all we can do is in a web page, and this web page has no special privileges. The only thing a web page can do is throw messages at a predetermined message channel, and when the add-on wakes up, if it gets installed and is available, the add-on will start seeing those messages, and it can start responding with hello. So what the website does is the website starts up, and like every ping period, which I think is a second, every second it tries throwing a message at this channel. And that channel works across browsers, but I think only in Firefox. Actually, it might work in Chrome this way too. Maybe Chrome and Firefox now share a lot of the same add-on architecture. But for the most part, if the add-on isn't there, these messages go nowhere and do nothing. And so the website, since it hasn't heard from the add-on, that's when we have it in this state. Like, so if I remove the add-on, the site switches to a view. It switches to this view, which is encouraging you to install the add-on. Once the add-on is installed, it starts hearing from the add-on. The add-on starts hearing the pings and responds with hello. So then the site knows the add-on is installed. So I think that's going to be my hook for the first time the add-on says hello, the site will be like, oh, hey, well, like, hello, and oh, by the way, here's a crap ton of images. Update your local store. Oh yeah, I want build. So I'm loading the add-on. I'm loading the add-on again. So okay, so the first hello message, I think I'm going to have the website ship a package, because the website is kind of the source of truth for these themes right now. So I'm going to have the website ship a package of images up to the add-on. Otherwise, what cool? Yeah, and here's our tour. And the reason why the add-on needs to have a copy of all the images that the website has is because the add-on applies your theme even when you're not at the website. So the add-on and the website each have to kind of have their own copy of the data. Like, you should be able to have this theme applied to your Firefox even though in your current browsing session you've never visited this site. So they've got code in various points to keep the add-on and the site in like relative sync. So, ooh, this is a 7-minute song. Not super exciting. All right. So that transition from no add-on to I see you add-on happens here. So that's when the first hello message comes back, or a Pong message. Oh, I see what it is. I see what it is. So there's actually two things here. One is the add-on responds to a ping with a Pong, but also when the add-on first starts up, the first thing it does, it says hello. So this here is responding to Pong and hello. Okay. But still, this is a good hook for that. So, all right. So I guess what I need to do here. Yeah. So when I start up, I post a message saying set your current dear add-on, set your current theme to here's the site's current theme. So maybe what I need to do, I need to add down here. These are handlers that account for all the messages that the add-on listens for from the website. And what I think I'm going to do is add one. And say, do I want it to be assertive, like set images, or do I want it to be like, here are some images, take them and add them to your store? I think I'm just going to say add images for now. I'm kind of doing this from the message handler first. And I just kind of have a lot of logging in here. The idea, then I've got this little log helper that I built. If I build the site with node and node underscore env production as an environment variable, these log functions do nothing. At least they should do nothing. Alright, so I've got the start of that there. Yeah, and I think I've got images. I think I do have, let's see, I wrote all this code myself, but I've got a goldfish memory, so I'm forgetting what I wrote. And I want to say I've got a hunk of the Redux store with all the current images. Yeah, here it is. I've got a selector even. So I can say, yeah, so I can say selectors dot theme custom images. Why don't I do this real quick just to dry this up a little bit? Store get state theme custom images from state. So these little selectors are kind of ready-made functions that extract a slice from the Redux store. And they're nice because they're named for intent or whatever. And if I restructure the Redux store later, I can just re-implement or change the implementation of the selectors and not have to change them everywhere. I think that might be all I need to do. Let's see. I'm not going to implement anything over here right yet. I'm just going to let the log message come through. I'm going to see if this works in the sequence I want it to. So I believe in the background, this is all rebuilt itself. Well, it's in the progress. It's in the process of rebuilding it. Really? No, you have to build by site. Maybe it's built. Let's see. You're picking the wrong browser. I have several copies of Firefox loaded right now. And there's one devoted to the stream, and I keep picking the wrong one. Okay, so let's remove the add-on for now. Let's reload the site. The site is reloading. We have all these nice little quotes. There we go. And that little like intro spinner is kind of a hack because the only reason it's really there is because all the asynchronous messaging that's happening as the site loads between the add-on and the Redux store and all this stuff, the UI is actually ready to play with, except that things shift around and like colors change depending on what the theme is, and so it kind of looks like a mess. So you could actually try interacting with it, but it'll like change out from under you as various messages come through. So it's kind of annoying to have like a loader obscure everything, but kind of a more consistent experience, I guess. Okay, so the site is loaded. Let's load the add-on. And actually, I want to see. I want to see the log message. I want to see the log output, so I get a sense for if the sequence of events happened as I expect it to. We're going to load that add-on. It loads. It thinks it's the first time through. The site is reloading for some reason. That's not exactly what I wanted to have happen. But alright. Now, the site saw the add-on for the first time, which means I should see... add images? Oh, unexpected message. Add images. What? Why? I added the message. So unexpected message is my default handler. Did I not save the... I didn't save the file. I edited the file, but I didn't save it. Yeah, okay. Well, let's try that again then, shall we? It helps to save files. So the website did indeed send the message on seeing the add-on. It's just that the add-on was not yet listening for the message. How's our build going? So it looks like the add-on is rebuilt. I should really reduce this build process because so one of the things I'm doing, I've kind of gone mad with multitasking here in my site build. I have linting and tests and this like add-on validator. I've got like probably like 8 processes that kick off from this thing. Custom background is not defined. Where are you seeing what? There is not a Didn't think I had any tests testing. Oh no, that's linting. That's not a test. That's linting. It's just because they're running in parallel. The linter output interleaved with the test output, which maybe I should change that. Okay. Okay, so that could be a problem. Let's look at it real quick. Custom background. I want custom backgrounds. All right. Yeah, and I'm gonna check this out real quick. I forget what all I have running. There's this handy... You probably won't be able to see that because it's under my to-do items. I'll do it over here real quick. So, in my npm script, if you haven't worked a whole lot with npm or Node, one of the nice things about npm is you can define these scripts, which in some web development frameworks would be like tasks under like Rake or whatever, but I haven't done that much with Rails. But anyway, these are all common tasks in building my site and building the add-on. But there's this package called npm run all, and it has a parallel option. And you can list a whole bunch of npm scripts, and npm run all will fork them all off into separate processes. So when I do npm start, I am running the web server, file watchers to rebuild the extension, file watchers to lint all my code, file watchers to validate that extension once it's built, and file watchers to rerun my tests over and over. Since my computer is kind of CPU constrained, maybe all I want to do right now is just build the extension and build the site. Not bother with linting and tests for now. So maybe I'll do that. And since I'm on Windows, I need to do this funky dance with cross-env. It's too bad JSON doesn't have comments, like a comment out a line. Let's try, maybe we can try... What do I want to do? I'm thinking about this too hard. Let's go do this real quick. So what I want to do going to do a new one called Start Mini. That starts up my local site. And I'll probably delete this before I commit this pull request. And I'm putting it in here because I don't want to forget what I'm doing exactly. Let's try this. Maybe this will be a little less CPU intensive. And these things are all nice because when I have these file watchers running in the background, I don't have to keep remembering to go back to my shell and restart the build. So yeah, so what it's doing now, it's just launched 2 webpacks. One for the extension, one for the site. Smurfd, howdy! Am I running some GUI for NVim? It is NVim Qt, I think. I think that's what it is. Is that what they have for Windows? It's definitely not in a shell. Yeah, I think it's NeoVim Qt. I installed it with Chocolatey? Yeah, NVim Qt, there it is in my start menu. I keep meaning to learn more about NeoVim because about as far as I've gotten with NeoVim is to install it and then make the init Vim that makes it load my old Vim for C. So I'm not actually taking advantage of NeoVim all that much. But I heard it's good, so I installed it. Alright, let's try this. I'm going to try loading the add-on. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? This dialog is too big. I don't like that. I am going to look at my browser console. I'm going to clear it because I want to see just messages that happen from here. Load my temporary add-on. It should come up. And why it just reloaded the site, that must be touching a file somewhere making it reload. I don't know. It's reloading. Oh, I know what it's doing. It's doing the first run thing because the add-on wasn't installed. It forces the site to reload itself into first run. But I should see add images. Okay, this is what I was looking for. So site starts up, opens the first run tab, yada yada yada, all this stuff happens, and then it gets a message with images. Only... yeah, okay, the image data is there. This is the one weird trick I'm doing to pass images around is I'm passing them as base64 encoded data URLs. It's really ugly. They're bigger than they need to be, but it works, practically speaking. Okay, where was I? Okay, so I'm implementing this message. I guess all I basically want to do is say, how about I don't know if this is, maybe I can like sanity guard this a little bit. That's probably superstitious and I don't need to, but I'm just saying take these images and add them to your set. Stuff them in local storage. So this is kind of like the bulk operation of add image. And I suspect doing it this way will leave crud laying around in the add-on, but I guess we can see about that later. Okay, that'll rebuild the add-on. Which I think might actually, yeah, I think it's already done. It must be running a lot faster. Oh, I think I see. You can't see it because it's under my face, but on my taskbar, I think oh, is that free CPU? Drag this over. You probably still can't see it. But I see like one tiny pixel of headroom down here, and oh, like I think I have CPU left over. That's not a thing I've seen on the computer in a while. So maybe things will be responsive. Okay, let's reload this add-on. And I think it should say hello again. Yeah, add images. Okay. Let's try picking a preset, or pick whatever saved names and see if the images show up. And no. Seriously? Huh. No me gusta. Okay. Why you do this to me? Okay. Custom images is not defined. Where is that coming in? Why is that a thing? Add images. Oh, herp, derp, 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 derp. Backgrounds is not the same word as images. This is why I lean on tab completion so much. And I did not apparently lean on it at that moment. Looks like the add-on is already built again. That's pretty awesome. And I think if I can get this to work, I may indulge in some fireworks. Alright, let's reload that. Dear browser console, where are you? I didn't close it, did I? There it is. Okay, okay. Maybe let's reload the site. I don't know, it should have just said hello. Yeah, okay, add images. Correct. Site's loading. Yeah, welcome to, we should stop doing the, we should stop doing that. How about a theme that's got images in it? Yay, it worked! Okay, so I fixed that bug. Have some fireworks. So I fixed that bug. That is really performing badly. That'll be a thing to look at some point, I guess. It's because I have the process for that, there's a background process for that browser source, and I have it set to like way low priority. Maybe if I do like something a little more modest. 20 fireworks over like, I don't know. There you go, that performs a little better. So if you want to try the fireworks, just do bang boom, and first number is number of fireworks, second number is number of 60ths of a second to spread the fireworks over. So I could say like, I think it goes up to 200. I forget what my limit is. Yeah, there we go. So this was my, for folks just jumping in, I streamed as part of a hackathon kind of half-heartedly last weekend, and this is what I built during the hackathon. Hey Slayer Darth, how's it going? Oh yeah, the whole point of me being over in this tab. So I fixed that issue. Actually, I think I might commit this code real quick too. Yeah, I participated in the hack-along. I started late, I ended early, and I didn't quite have the energy to get much done that day. So I was there. I did submit a project. I only streamed for like 5 hours total, but I was kind of there. I was in and out. Other folks did quite a bit more than me. Where are we at? Oh yeah, here's this thing. What did I do in package? I said, oh yeah, let's not include that. Alright, so in checking off this to-do, I made these changes. Implemented a new add images message in the add-on to accept an update, mass update, bulk update of images from the website. And actually, those are smaller changes than I thought. I fiddled with those for a while. So I've got the website, when it sees the add-on for the first time, it says, oh hey, how you doing? Here, have some images. The add-on says, okay, you got some images for me, I'll take them. I'll store them. So... how do I want to phrase this? This is all going to be squashed later, so I'm writing trash commit messages right now. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll commit that. And I'm going to get that off my machine. And there it goes. You were thinking of looking into building a guide for onboarding new developers at your agency, split between basic CRUD and a wiki-like platform. I feel like CRUD is the usual thing to go for, or the cliche to-do app, but that's usually when you're like evaluating a new framework. A wiki might be fun to play with, though. It's kind of like CRUD, but extra. I guess it is. I'm not super familiar with what projects at your agency tend to look like. Like, do they tend to be data management apps? Or do they tend to be like content management? If you do a lot of like content managing kind of things, I'd lean towards a Wikia thing. But if they're more like dashboards and things like that, maybe a CRUD thing would do better. I don't know if that helps. What am I doing next? Oh, yeah. I'm going to start the new UX, which I have open in another window. Yeah, WordPress, Laravel CMS says, yeah, I would lean towards a Wikia-like thing then. Maybe. Which I mean, in some sense might be like reinventing the WordPress wheel, but that can be helpful for onboarding. Or I mean, or actually, if you implement it using WordPress, I guess that can also help you get into the up to your elbows in WordPress guts. Yeah, maybe like a Wikia kind of thing, because that sounds more content managey. Where is my... Yeah, sorry, I'm looking off screen at another browser, which you cannot see, which is super exciting. Get book. Yeah, I don't... Well, you might be able to... I get book, I think I did a Hello World book in it, and I haven't used it before. Yeah, you might have to publish it to GitHub. Seems like you should be able to use it privately, though. I'm sure you... Like, I'm just randomly Googling it. I'm sure you've spent more than the 2 seconds I've spent so far looking at it. Oh, the thing might be... Oh, I think I know. This is probably the business model where it's like, public is free if you want to do it privately. What is asking me for? Alright, I guess. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it might be that kind of thing where like, if you want to do it privately, that's when they charge you. Is it open source at all? Yeah, so it might be one of those things where like first hit is free for your free project, but as soon as you want to use it in your enterprise. Which, I mean, that's fair. You gotta get paid somehow, but... what was I using? The last time... It's been a while since I wrote a book. I keep meaning to write a book again. I was gonna aim at doing ASCII doc, but that might be a little too heavy. I don't know. It is, I guess, what O'Reilly uses these days for many books. And it's, you can download the full tool chain. And I think you can run it through like Circle CI or Travis or something if you wanted to auto build. You know, I've been more a consumer of Wikia than an editor. I don't actually know how Wikia does work for editing. Yeah, this is reminding me I need to check out ASCII Doc again. I probably about, has it been 10 years now? Jiminy. I actually am an author of 4 tech books, but I found the process with a bad mix of rewards versus time, so I haven't written books again since then. But I keep thinking maybe I'll write a book on my own again for something. Oh yeah, so I'm looking for... what's in my clipboard? Okay, so this is actually the issue I'm working through on GitHub. That's taken me since May, June, July, August. Oh, yeah. But it's getting there. So the thing now is we want to implement a new user experience on top, because this is awful. I made it and it's awful. It's a bulleted list. It's drag and droppable, but it's awful. It's really awful. But that's why I have teammates that I lean on who do things like this, which is not rendering currently. Could you please render? I know it renders. It currently is not cooperating with me, though. Oh, what are those 4 books? They are all completely outdated. Oh, here we go. Now it's rendering. Anyway, what books have I done? Actually, I wonder if I can still look them up by my name on Amazon. You can buy in their collector's editions. I wrote a book on RSS and Atom. There it is. Oh, these are not me. This is my first book back in 2005. I did a book on Delicious, if you remember what Delicious is. This was a fun book because a few months after I finished the book, I actually then went to work for Yahoo on Delicious and personally invalidated half the content in my book, so that was cool. I co-authored this book, Professional JavaScript Frameworks. And as an extract from that book is Concise Guide to Dojo. So actually, I am author of 4 books, but one of my books is a cheat because it's a early extract of one of the books. It was one of the biggest chunks of the book, but I think maybe it was about equal sizes. I don't want to besmirch the efforts of my co-authors. 1-star customer review. It's fully outdated now. It's a JavaScript book from 2008, which was cool at the time. I think I did the bits on Prototype, Dojo. No. I did Dojo MooTools, and maybe that's all I did. I might have just done Dojo and MooTools. And then the extract was Dojo. And that's my goofy picture from the Sears Photo Studio. And bits of this book are actually still up to date because RSS and Atom have been stable syndication formats. So that could be a fun book to look at. And then Hacking Delicious, well, this is a full-on doorstop now because the site does not exist in this form anymore. But there's some fun hacks in there. I keep thinking I might do another book, maybe on something like Activity Streams or Activity Pub or something, which might be a spiritual successor to hacking RSS and Atom. I don't know. These days, I actually don't use a lot of books myself, so it wouldn't be scratching my own itch kind of thing. So yeah, very outdated books. If you find them, they're collector's items, I guess, for a very weird kind of collector. Certainly not me, because I have lots of author's copies left over. I think my UI... oh, it was rendering. Let's try reloading it again. Did this browser... do I need to zoom? It was working fine in another browser. There it goes. Okay. So what I'm looking for... and we've had like good experiences with this tool. This is a sketch and our user experience designers. This actually I think was a summer intern. Largely came up with this stuff and it looks pretty good. The image interactions, yeah. So this is a totally new design that we're hoping to implement. It doesn't look at all like the current one. But we're going to implement it piecemeal, I think. Did I just screw it up? I hope I didn't just screw it up. I was bragging about having CPU headroom and I'm blowing everything up. Okay, here we go. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit. What I want to implement... come on, can you do it? Yeah, 100%. There we go. This might be a little better. This is more basic front-end web development kind of stuff. So I want to take basically this bit here. Not the radio selections, but just the image upload section. And we've got a few interactions with that. Maybe I'll zoom back out. So there's the initial state, upload an image. And here's where it starts to get more interesting. You click upload an image, get an image dialog. That happens now. But this is much nicer. So what I want to implement is, instead of the crappy engineering quality interface I have right now that's a bulleted list, I want to start taking this, this horizontal bar UI. It'll have like a little loading indicator. We can like have the image name, and then rather than drop downs, so I can give you a demo real quick of what I have, but there are alignment options and there are repeat options, and then there's an option to replace the image. That's all functionally present right now. So you can replace the image. You can set alignment. You can set tiling. You can drag and drop, but it's all terrible right now. So I'm going to hopefully take all this same functionality and wrap it in this much nicer user experience. Which, actually, maybe I won't get very far in because I'm starting to see what time it is. And I think I'm only gonna... I've been streaming for about an hour and a quarter, hour and 15 minutes. I've probably got about a half hour, 45 minutes left budgeted for this. So let's see how far I get in the next 45 minutes or so. Now, I am, of course, a terrible designer. And I rely on the kindness of designers. And one of the things that I'm hoping we got extracted from this are the assets, those being all the little images. The other thing that we get from Sketch a lot of times is the, measurements. I really like this, because this helps me with the CSS that I'm also terrible at. I should breeze through some more of the interactions real quick. So that's while the image is uploading. Oh yeah, here's a problem. That's good. That's good to have the problem state sketched out, because I definitely have some kind of mild or light validation. Hovering over, so the pretend the image shows up in the preview. Cool. So that, and it's got little nubbins there for drag and drop. So that replaces the progress. You have multiple images. We got the completion of the drag and drop interaction. What else we got? Image interactions continued. Okay. What else we got to implement? Just to kind of give me an overview. So we have to make everything blurry. And more blurry. Cool. Okay. So there's 3 images maximum. Okay, that's what we're going with. So you can put up to 3 images in your 3 images in your theme. And what's cool about that is you can like set the alignment left, right, up, center. You can tile them. So you can kind of compose your own theme based on images you come up with. And this is kind of a way to help you order them, file them, position them. And the texture drop down again, this is outside of the scope of what I'm looking at right now. So I'm just doing this little bit here. The rest of this is part of a different design process or another future task. So I think I have reached the end of what I'm going to be doing. Oh, there's some responsive stuff. So I'll play with that too. Oh, I need to have 2 espressos when I start the stream. Okay. So my first task is to just reshape the UI I've got to match this general shape. I believe we've got some assets. Yes, we've got some assets. I should actually probably clone this repo. Or at least these files. I'm gonna... yeah, this is probably a big repo. That's all assets for all our projects, but it's probably good to have. More fireworks. Feel free to do that whenever you want. I'm hoping it won't be super disruptive, and if it is, well then that's input for my development process. All right, come here, GitHub. Let's clone a new repo. And I've been trying out GitHub Desktop lately. I'm usually a Git command line user, but I've been trying this lately to see if I like it. Isn't that what it's called? Test Pilot Assets? It is called Test Pilot Assets. I don't think this is a private repo. No. I don't know. Hey, can you grab this? Okay, there it goes. Yeah, I don't know, maybe this weekend I'll work some more on the Fireworks bot, add some more effects. I kind of want to play around with some procedural or generative art kind of things to have it draw some neat little vector things. Maybe have some asteroid-style ships fly across the screen. That is a very large repository. What have I got myself into? I just want one directory of it. Why do we have one big repo for all our assets? I don't know. Oh, now it's picking up a little bit. I like this song. It's almost there. Here it goes. You can get access to that one directory. Gee, what happened here? That doesn't make me happy. See, my scene switcher right now only expects me to have one PowerShell window open at a time. Let's see what happened. And my Unix reflexes make me type ls, but at least there's like aliases, I guess. What? Come on, just give me the bits. Give me the bits. Oh, why do those files have question marks in their file names? That doesn't make me happy. I wonder if it would have been easier just to download a zip file of this thing. Anyway. This is under 00 assets. Well, we got some things. We're missing some things, I think. Let's see. Are we missing something? We're missing a bunch of things, aren't we? Well, maybe we're not. Maybe we are. Good. Well, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I'm mainly looking to see if we've got SVGs for the various buttons for alignment and whatnot. S-Pilot. Assets. Themes are fun. Give me extra large icons, and yeah, why not? Give me a preview pane, and yeah, show me these assets. Oh, I forgot. Windows File Explorer does not preview SVGs. Really? Sometimes I don't like Windows. Which is an improvement. Because it used to be, I never liked Windows. So, it's an improvement. Okay, well, I guess we don't need this preview pane anymore. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for things that are there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Icon align center. So basically, the main things I'm looking for, you know what, I'm going to take this, which is not rendering again. Why is it not rendering? Why does it do this? Don't do this to me. This is bonkers. Okay, so I'm looking for these. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that. All those little buttons. And the rest of this I can get from like, I think there's probably colors in there? Yeah, so designer has helpfully included colors. Maybe even some CSS I can copy. So I'm looking for these alignment icons first. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna use File Explorer. No, I don't want to create a new folder actually. I want to create a new window. Which went off screen? No. Okay. Let's use our handy dandy window manager to do side by side. Because what I want to do, copy some images. Image copying time. I want to put these SVGs as appropriate into my component. I believe I'm going to need, yeah, here we go. Icon align center, align left, and we're out of alignments. Oh, loading. Bummer. I think this is where... You know what? F this. The GitHub, the Git checkout for some reason didn't give me everything because... Or are we just missing them? You might actually just be missing them because I need other alignment SVGs. Okay, so that might be a thing I need to ping the designers for for these items. Unless I can extract it, because sometimes you can extract them from Sketch. Can I? No. You're not gonna let me do that. Okay, well we don't have all the alignment icons. So I may mention that in the bug. Jiminy Cricket. Well, just to be sure, there's not even a just to be sure about it, is there? I feel like I'm missing files, though. I should have probably downloaded a zip to begin with. Because I don't actually need this whole repo. It's probably going to take forever, though, isn't it? I like that GitHub hasn't told us how big this file is. I wonder if they're just generating it on the fly. And they themselves don't know how big it's going to be. Okay. This is probably more like what I should have done to begin with. Oh, test pilot assets master. Themes are fun. Assets. Well, alright. Well, I definitely know I want loading, I want align center, I want left. Okay. I can use those at least. Maybe I'll use them as stand-ins for some other things. We've got an icon drag. Maybe I'll see what that is. Check big, small. Group 4? Group 4. That doesn't help. Reset texture? No, these are all... No. Crud. Measurements? Measurement assets? No, that doesn't help us. I'm guessing it would all be under assets. But yeah, it does look like we're missing some assets. Let me see what we're missing. I can update the issue. Looks like we're missing some assets. I see... What do I see? So this project, even though it's now called Firefox Color, its code name originally was Themes Are Fun. Because we couldn't come up with a better name at first. Okay, so I see... Icon, align, center, and icon align left, but what else are we missing? What are we missing? This is annoying. Every time I go back to this window, it has to re-render. Why doesn't it just stay rendered? Am I like unloading this content process or something? I'm wondering if this is like a Firefox thing or if this is a Sketch thing. Align center. I may need to pop this tab out for now. And also, what do I have? What do these look like? So I've got center and left. I got... This is the zip file? Yeah, this is the zip file. Let's not look at that. So we got a line left, which... that's real big. Center. Okay. But seems like we're missing icon align right. Let's say we're missing things like icon align right. What is center? Yeah, we got to be specific here. Icon align center. I think we're missing things like align right, align horizontal center. I got align top and bottom. What else do we need? So we've got an icon for loading. Is this because so what I could probably do? I'm missing the images I'm looking for, but yeah, we've got a loader. Okay, so we're missing some of the images I'm looking for, but I don't think that's a showstopper because they're all about the same size. So what I'll probably do is start developing as is, and I'll just use the ones I've got as stand-ins. Let's see. I've been streaming for about an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half. I've probably got about another 10 or 15 minutes budgeted, and then get ready for dinner. I don't think I'm going to get very much farther on this. Well, oh, I know what other image I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a close button. And I think I closed the folder. Let's grab that real quick. Did I download it into downloads? Ah, I'm frustrated. Sometimes the browser, however I have it set up, downloads to my downloads folder. Sometimes it downloads to app data local temp. I should probably fix that because I really just want all my downloads to go to downloads because I can find them later. I think what it is if the difference is if I just download, it goes to downloads. If I open on download, it goes to app local. No me gusta. I almost never want that. Okay. Themes are fun. Do we have a close? Do we have a little X? I'm not seeing it. Check big, check small. Arrows? No? What else am I missing? I dragged it off screen. Yeah, we're missing the close. And I guess I should see what is drag. Is it the little nubbins? Little nubbins. Okay, that's cool. So, and I guess we're using an upside down formation icon. I think I need that asset also. I think we're missing things like close, icon, warning. I'm just kind of like, I prefer to get all these from the UX designer because I am very ham-fisted when it comes to making images that look good. I'd prefer to get the images ready to use and not have to kind of wrestle through them myself. I mean, I could do it, but it would be objectionable. Making up the names, so we probably get the gist. Yeah, I think that sounds like a romantic enough comment. Okay. What does that look like in preview? That's good enough. But I can at least work from the measurements as they exist so far. Because one of the first things I need to do... Oh, here it goes again. This is getting frustrating because this usually works better than this. Okay, here we go. Because the first thing I gotta do is change the shape of this thing. Actually, one of the things I want to do, and I haven't done this in a while, can I hide? Okay. We've spent a lot of time spelunking in folders and things. Back to my terrible UI. I'm trying to find out, I think I've done this before. This is the default native browser file picker. File input file input widget, whatever. Look at me having a stroke. I want to hide this and replace it with a nicer looking button. I think I can just throw a button in there that does a synthetic click on a hidden version of this. So maybe I'll do that first. I don't know that I like this song so much. That sounds kind of cool so far. Let's keep with it. Okay, so let's clear the docs because this is from the last thing I was working on. Components, custom background picker. Yada yada. Here's my basic thing. This is broken up into a couple subcomponents. So this is the overall component for picking and managing backgrounds. It's terribly named. Maybe I should call it like theme background manager. Picker is a ugly word. Anyway, it has image importer. So image importer is that initial button. Click to add an image. So that's what I want to turn into a plain stylable button. Actually, let me Google that real quick. Hide file input with button. Hide the browse button on how to hide the style and customizing file inputs the smart way. Change the style. Yada yada. This is my stream of consciousness when I'm looking at Google. I just kind of am mumbling at myself. I'm not actually gonna like crawl through any of these tutorials, but I do this a lot where I just kind of like, oh, file a label. Okay. I hadn't thought about that. Okay. Like very rarely do I click on one of these tutorials and kind of go meticulously through it step by step. I'll just kind of like breeze through and see like what's the general gist of your technique. Okay, I like that. A label, and I don't even have to use any JavaScript. Okay. And how are you hiding it? Ah, that's what I wanted to know. CSS properties like display none and visibility hidden will not work. Okay, let's just nab this real quick. Thank you, Osvaldis Valutis, for this tutorial. About 3 years ago, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 8, yeah. Thank you for this tutorial. Righto, so I want this markup. I'm gonna say, where's my image importer? This is my image importer. Where's my image element? There's my image element. Okay, so there it is. Okay, this song never got exciting. I thought it would just kind of had a slow intro, but... So what I want to do is label... but you know what I gotta do? These all have to have unique names or unique IDs. So I need to add an ID prop to this. Or at least an ID prefix. How about yeah, this is a class-based component, right? Okay, yeah, and here I'm gonna say ID equals, because I use it here and I use this image importer component in every row. It shows up subsequent. So I'm gonna give it an ID and I'll say add image. That should be good. And then using it down here, let's give this an ID of update image. Do we have an index here? I don't remember if this has an index. This does not have an index. Crud. I just need to give each of these unique ID. Okay, let's bookmark this position. Let's set this mark. Theme custom background selector. Background selector. God, where is it at? Okay, key. So I do pass in a key. I do pass in an index. Okay, I do have an index. It's just that I'm trying not to use the index for much. So, fine. Give me that index. And we'll say... Right? So they all have unique IDs. So every image importer is going to have an ID. And I can say... So that means I'm going to use that as a prefix in case I want to have some other unique elements in here at some point. And what's the syntax for label? It's a 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, so label 4. Let's try this. What? No. I wanted. Oh, I didn't do the right thing there. Let's do this. Change file input ID. I'm just kind of prematurely optimizing that so I don't have to copy pasta the same code. File input label. Okay. What did we call that in the spec? Or how did we render that? Spec. Oh, come on, could you just stay rendered when I tab away from you? Why are you doing this? Alright, I got about 10 minutes left in the stream. I feel like I should play some like urgent music to see what I can get done. Do we have the original version of this song? No? No? Rob Droid. Give me that. No? There we go. This is sufficiently urgent. Okay. Upload image. I really didn't need to flagellate so much about that. Now the site is currently not localized. It will be someday. And I guess to make my CSS a little easier to do. Now, I'm not doing the CSS and JS thing. I've got separate JavaScript files that are bundled in with Webpack. I kind of prefer it that way. So I'm going to call this image importer. Let's say image importer. And within here we've got what's the CSS for that? Cribbing the notes here from this friend. So they slap a class name on it. So why don't we also? I'll call that input file. And I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this because this looks like good stuff. I guess. My experience with CSS a lot of times is it's a lot of... I mean, it's better these days, but over my experience with CSS throughout my career, it's weird magical incantations to get past browser variations and try to get things to work. Okay, yeah, let's just grab all this stuff too. I'm gonna customize it when I'm done. Hey, thanks for the fireworks. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good lunch. It's Buck. Thanks for hanging. Hope to see you in some future stream. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'll give you a follow too. So maybe I'll watch your stream. Nice. Well, thanks again for stopping by, and I hope you have a real good lunch. I'm going to be heading off to dinner in 7 minutes. And that's a fairly hard deadline, because that's when my wife gets home, and when the cats start chewing on my ankles, because we all have dinner around the same time. Okay, that looks good, that looks good. Let's just see... Time zones, yeah. Accessibility. Yeah, let's do that. that I'm shamelessly copying all of this, but it's basically what I would do anyways. But I'm going to customize the colors and whatnot because I don't need it to look red. Night Snack. Was it 30 Rock? I don't know if anyone here watched 30 Rock, but Liz Lemon always says night cheese. Working on her night cheese. I work on my night cheese. Alright, what else we got? There's some good considerations in here. Touch issues. We're not as concerned about touch issues here. Okay, this JavaScript enhancement I don't have to worry about because this is actually going to be a thing I think I'll roll in with the React stuff. Oh, there's a Firefox bug. Huh. Ooh. Let me ignore that for now. Let's just see how this button now looks. Because I've thrown a bunch of CSS at it and I haven't even been paying attention to my build. Oh, in fact, my build is not running because I exited out. Oh, I'm not in Test Pilot, I'm in Firefox Color. It does not, NPM's not going to understand that. I don't know what this is. Well, that song ran out, and clearly I have several minutes left. Another urgent song. Monty on the Run? Who did Monty on the Run? Was it Rob Hubbard again? Yeah, it was Rob Hubbard. I'm gonna bookmark that. Okay. What's my button look like? Because I think the site rebuilt. This is just one building block I want. I just want like a customizable little button to stick in the rows, and so far so good. The site didn't die. Oh, did you mean HTML for? Okay. Well, so that's different. And it actually works. Cool. So now I have a stylable button. I mean, this is not rocket surgery. This is pretty basic stuff, but I am not a CSS genius. Is this really how React wants it? Alright. HTML4 for consistency with the DOM property API. Oh, alright, alright, alright. Fine, I'll lean into your weird DOM preference over HTML5. Okay. So, the last like 10 minutes or so was just this. Me ensuring that we have a button that is not a standard HTML file thingy. Is that one broken? That one's broken. Why is that one broken? Are my IDs not working? Come on, little buddy, you can do it. So it's 4. Oh, undefined. Why 4? Did that index not come through after all? Okay. I should be passing an ID. So the ID was constructed. It's just that. I thought I passed in index. Oh, you know what's happening? Theme custom background selector is something apparently to which I'm allergic. No, index I think, is being swallowed up by the higher order component. Yeah? Yeah. So what if I pass in, so I'm passing item, index. Why don't I pass in the ID? I'm gonna try passing in an ID and see what it thinks about that. Let's say ID. And then I'm gonna say that ID. There's a prefix there also. But yeah, I think my higher order component is just eating the index and not passing it along. We'll see if my hypothesis is correct. Because I'm using a React package to automatically do drag and drop for me. Yeah? Can you reload for me? I think what other songs would be good to cap things up, because I think I have like, oh, I am at time. Gotta get going. Well, let's see if this thing I just did fixed things. That's unexpected. They have some performance issues, and one of the problems is when the website goes without ping responses from the add-on for a certain amount of time, the site assumes that the add-on has gone away and shifts into that. Okay, so now it's getting it. But what I really want to do is pass it an ID like there we go. Let's try that. I've got hot replacement set up, I thought. I thought that should like automatically update itself. There it goes. Okay, so I didn't have to reload the page at hot. So, long complicated ID, but it's like selector index 0, the update image component, and the custom background thing. Unique thingies all the way down. But then I can do this. Or maybe I can't. That should be working, shouldn't it? This one works. Importing image. Again, all I'm trying to do here is just as a baby step, is to style my dumb upload image thingies. What happened? How about we not hide that right now? I believe that is proper SAS syntax. Now I don't have hot reloading, hot replacement for my CSS. That'd be nice to have. I know it's possible, I just haven't set it up. Alright, so I'm no longer hiding that. But clicking on this label should invoke that. Which it does. I pick an image. Clicking on this does nothing. Why does that do nothing? What's the difference here? Does it not like the IDs? Because that ID matches that ID, and that one works. What did I biff up? I mean, is that not a proper ID. The 4 matches the ID. I'm not getting like a JavaScript error or something, am I? Hello, computer. Huh. That's bizarre. Does this work? So the original file selector works. This my label doesn't work. Well, that's annoying. Web development. Does that work? Does that work? No, neither of those work, but this one still works. What gives? What's different? I don't understand what's different. Do they not like having numbers? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Alright, well, you know what? I'm over time. I gotta get going. I think I'm gonna shelve this and call it. Yeah, I know. So, anyway. Thanks everybody that's watching. Thanks everybody that's followed. I'm going to try to do this again on Friday. I may do it from a more capable computer, who knows. If I manage to do that, maybe it will have additional special effects on the channel to entertain everybody. We'll see what I end up doing. For now, let's see if I can kill my computer with fireworks. It's going pretty well. It's alright. Hope everybody has a good rest of Wednesday. We'll see y'all again on Friday. Till then, cheers. Oh, I didn't put my thing on there. Well, that was a bad outro. Well, there goes the rest of the fireworks, so. See ya, bye.